Even the tomatoes, some have picked it, si ndio? Wengine wamewachilia imeanguka. It is intentional to pick offense. You can choose to pick it or let it go. Praise the Lord. You can choose to pick it, keep it in your pocket, and stay with it. Or you can choose to just napiga hivi inaanguka huko kando. It doesn't get into you. Bwana asifiwe. It is the name given to the emotional feeling, the emotional state that one is left at by the reason of the displeasure or hurt or anger. It is a state that leaves you in that state that it leaves you in is called offense. The name of the emotional state that you are left at when you're offended or when you offend somebody, that state of displeasure is called offense. Praise the Lord. And being offensive and being offended has come from the same root. The offender and the offended. Being offended and offending someone come from the same root, and the root is called self. Praise the Lord. This is called self. Your self-worth, your self-esteem, and your self-centeredness. Bwana asifiwe. Nowadays we are in an era of me, I, and myself. Whatever happens to my neighbor does not concern me. That is why, and we are living in the era of the social media, whereby when somebody is dying, instead of saving a life, we are busy taking a photo because you want to upload it so that people may see what you have uploaded. We don't care how somebody feels. When somebody is being beaten, people are fighting. Instead of separating the fight, you're busy taking photos or videos. You want to show the world what is happening where you are at that moment. We are living in a very rotten world at this point. We are living in a world whereby I don't care what you feel. I don't care how you take me. It's all about me, I, and myself. And that's why it has made so many people to have very low self-esteem. Some have very high self-esteem. And that self-centeredness has caused so many divisions amongst us. Praise the Lord. Most of the time, people offended as a result of the low self-esteem that they feel within themselves. There is a saying that says, misery loves company. So if I have my low self-esteem and I'm offended, I want you also to have that feeling. Have you seen those people that nikikasika na mtu ufai kumongelesha? You've seen them. Why should you be talking to Brooks and I don't talk to her? Because I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to see you talking to her. That alone can cause offense, isn't it? And since misery loves company, if you have low self-esteem, then you want everybody around you to have that negative energy that is within you. Praise the Lord. That is the effect of offense in our lives. And when people feel miserable, they become irrational and think that you are the problem. For example, if a man has gone to work, and at work, or even where he was, his ego was bruised. Somebody hurt his ego. When this man walks into the house, the first thing he'll do, he'll look for where to vent his anger, isn't it? Ataanza na mtoto, na kumbe target ni bibi. Yeah? Aanze na mtoto, atukane mtoto, mjinga kama mama yako, arusherushe maneno, until the wife will just say something. And then he jumps the wife because that was the target. Because of irrationality, you're looking for a place to vent in your anger. And the offended is always looking for a way. When he is always looking for a way to vent his anger. Have you ever seen somebody, ukimwambia, I love your shoes. compliment. And I'm like, so what? Just saying that I love your shoes, Bishop, that alone is enough to offend you. See those kind of people. Eh? Or that day, Mom Linda has come to church very smart. And I just say, hey, Mom, you're very smart. Somebody will be offended because I've said you're smart. I'm not supposed to compliment you. They are the only ones who should be complimented. That is because of their self-centeredness. The complimentation, anything good should come to me. If you want to talk about beauty, talk about Judy. If you want to talk about smartness, it's about Judy. Don't say that somebody else is smart around me. That alone is enough to offend me. Praise the Lord. And we are largely self-centered. Okay. We are largely self-centered people and full of ourselves. Being offended and being offensive come from the same root called self. Please take note of that. Whether you have offended, wamewahi mtu kwa hii kanisa. Na ni wangapi wamewahi kasirishwa? Amen. Both. So we are victims of what? Both. We are offended and we have been offended, isn't it? So, the foundation of offensive is disappointment. Disappointed expectation is the foundation of offense. I will use an example of couples that are newly married, or even couples that have stayed in marriage. For instance, when I was getting married, I had my own expectation. There's a way I expected Baraza to behave or to do for me some other things. But when I got into marriage, I discovered that on the ground, things are not the same. How many married couples can relate to that? When you're relating, before you get into marriage, you have a lot of expectation. There's a lot of roses on the surface. But when you get in there, you find the things on the ground are what? Totally different. And then offense begins to brood from there. So the moment expectations are not met, we become resentful, we become angry, and we become offended. Something very simple can be, baby, my husband did not remember my birthday. He did not wish me my birthday. So my birthday, the day has ended. And maybe when I was growing up as a girl, at home, when I would wake up in the morning, the first thing my mom would come, happy birthday, baby girl. And they celebrate me, and we'll have a bash, and things will be good. But once I get into marriage, this man cannot even wish me happy birthday. He can't even remember the day that it is my birthday. So that one alone is enough to make me angry, to make me resentful, and even to make me offended. Praise the Lord. It is not usually that offense should not come. It is not usually that offense should not come. Jesus told us in Luke chapter 17 verse 1. Can you read it for me? Luke chapter 17 verse 1.